they're going into it. But the 2500 you typically see right now out in the field don't have all these cables. These are all new and been added to it. I grabbed a grounding strap.
Oh. Yeah, it's here.
Oh. I just wanted to, again, just was just pointing out that, you know what, to work on this, needed. Because of the electronics on there, you can definitely mess up the electronics on there. So using a grounding strap whenever you're working around the electronics is key on this here. Because again, it definitely picks up static electricity. We've had more boards get damaged because of people just putting their fingers on it and touching it and moving stuff. You got to discharge the static electricity on your body. It's a lot more, the electronics are just more touchy on this. So we typically, everybody carries these and uses these.
So it's not as stable as the 20.
It's got more electronics than well, you go back to 2100, it only had one board on it. This one has, as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 boards involved on this, piggybacks. This one's piggyback to that one, touches that one, to the motor in the back. So there's 3 boards and the motor attached. And that's just in here. There's a lot more inside there to control this and the way that it functions and cross communicates with that. So the smaller the electronics get, the more robust the electronics get. But this is the 2500. Again, as I said before when we first started off talking about all the baths, once you know how to work on one bath, you can pretty much figure out how to work on almost all the baths. You know about 75% of what you need to know. Lubing, it's the same thing. Adjusting it, obviously you can take a look at it. You can see where you can adjust the idle wheels. Brake assembly is a straight shot to the back there, but as you can see, instead of adjusting it from the back on this one here, you can actually adjust it right here up from the front to adjust the tightness of it. So this is what will help to adjust it.
So centering is the same.
Well, the centering on this, as I said before, is different. And the only reason it's different, it's the same, but it's different. On this one here, the theory was this one up against the gear, and the way to make it change the pitch was to drive the screw down, change the pitch. This is the same exact thing, only this is not on the bottom. It's now on top, so everything's kind of reversed. In order to change the pitch here, you're not driving a screw down this way. When you drive the screw down, it changes it this way. So what you have to do is you have to take this and turn it upside down and still remember that the shaft runs this. This is your shaft. So if your shaft is, well, I thought something happened to it. You turned it off.
I press closed application and then the screen doesn't react.
Oh, okay. It's still in testing, so it could be. But again, turn this thing upside down in order to simulate this. Remember we were doing it just like this before. I was showing you guys how to make the adjustments. What you do is you take this and turn it around this way. And just take it and understand that this is now a continuation of the shaft. So in order to change the shaft, the pitch of the shaft, just imagine the glass here extending down on the bottom. You have to have that visualization. So now that you have that visualization, in order to change the pitch of it, you can drive these little screws down. Driving those little screws down are going to do what? It's going to push it up this way. So if I drive it down this way, it's going to lift it like this. If I drive it down on this side, it's going to lift it this way, which is it's going to turn the shaft. So it's pretty much, the centering is the same, but it's the opposite as it was on here. So if you want it to go one way, you have to actually do the opposite screw.
So 2100 is the same like this one?
Same, 2100, 6100, 6300, and 5100 are all the same on here. This one's the same, but it's opposite. And the reason being, this exact, you can see how the setup is here? It's the same thing as how it is underneath here. This right here is the same as that, only it's upside down. So once you get your head around that, you can kind of understand how it is to make the adjustments on it.